What up, people? We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Everyday Talk with BCole and ARice. So sit back and enjoy. Cheers.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators, mount up.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the eve so I could get some phones rolling in my ride, chilling on.
Hey, what's up, people, man? It's your boy BCole and ARice, man. We apologize for not having a podcast for last week. We had some technical difficulties, but we back. We back like we never left.
Man. Every app we try, man, it be BSing, man. So if y'all got any recommendations for some good podcast apps, man, y'all be sure to forward them things along to us, man.
For real, man, because we was stressed out. Like, we was like, you know what, let's just hit the reset button and try it again next week, because nothing worked. Nothing at all.
Yep. So here we are now, fellas.
All right, man. So, first question. And we have debated this for probably ever since we've known each other. Are sports rigged? I know you probably tired of hearing that, but I want the people to hear this argument this time.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. I mean, it depends on what sports we talking about, man. Like some sports, I mean, yeah, I'm not going. When we talk about sports in general, I want to believe no, because, you know, the whole competition and shit. But, I mean, but if we're really thinking about it, yeah, I know there's some sports that can be rigged. I know we were talking, you know, most recent I can remember us talking about be like football, the Super Bowl. Like back when the Broncos and the Panthers were playing in the Super Bowl. And there was words about, oh, man, Cam Newton getting drilled, whatever. He ain't doing nothing. He been the MVP and everything. The game is rigged. And I'm like, nah, the game ain't rigged. He just played a defense he ain't never played before. You know, that was just too good for him. Stuff like football, it's really hard to rig the game because you got so many people that do so many different things, right? You have to have multiple people to successfully, in my opinion, rig a game, for the players. The refs, that's another story. The refs got a little bit more control than the players do when it comes to some of them kind of games, especially games like that. One-on-one.
Okay. Well, personally, I think the ref is the only people that you need to have a rigged game. Like, we don't need to have no players saying yay or nay to it if the ref on board. Why do we need the players? The ref control everything about the game.
Yeah, you're right, and you don't. I mean, you hear more stories about refs rigging games or getting caught cheating or, you know, gambling. You know, they got more control than the than the players. And so, yeah, in that sense, yeah, I guess every time we talk about rigged, I always think about the players. But the refs got a lot of control, too.
Yeah.
But my only thing about that is, let it be a game to where, I mean, I know Patriots, for instance, you know, a lot of times people will be like, oh, the refs cheating for the Patriots, whatever. But, I mean, I give the refs some credit, too, from the sense that everything they see isn't like fast motion. You got to make a call, like, right now. And then we see it in slow motion. We're like, man, come on, man. How did they cheat? The thing is, they're not looking at replay after every play. It is cheating if you look at the replay and you still call the wrong thing.
But to combat that, why aren't they never making those calls for the team like the Patriots? Why aren't they making those no calls for the Patriots?
We just see the Patriots a lot more than we see everybody else.
Exactly, but that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example. So why are the refs making the mistake calls for the other team and they not making none of those mistake calls for the Patriots? I don't understand it.
No, I'm saying that we like the Patriots come on TV and stuff. They more prime time than like a lot of other teams. So I think that's why I'm saying I think we see it more because we see a lot more of their games. Do I think refs make bad calls in other games too? Yeah, I mean we've seen it. I mean, especially as fans of the Falcons, I mean, we see what we call bad calls against the Falcons all the time. But because the Patriots have more of a reputation of certain stuff, when they do it, it stands out a lot more than when, you know, it happens against, you know, another team. So I think that's what it really comes down to. I mean, the Patriots got a reputation, so when they do it, it's just like, damn, if Draymond Green damn kick somebody in the nuts, man, like, we going ham about it. Opposed to somebody else that's like, oh man, he can't do that, but Draymond got a reputation. So I think it's the same with the Patriots. They got more of a reputation of strange stuff happening that don't ever happen. So whenever, bad calls happen, it's always going to be about it being rigged or something like that.
Okay, well, let me go back to, you brought up the Super Bowl, Panthers versus the Broncos, and one of your arguments was that the stage may have been too big for Cam Newton. And I disagree with that. I think Cam Newton probably played for a championship high school. He played at the national in college. He's been on the biggest stage. He's been on pretty big stages in the NFL. Granted, Super Bowl was only once, but I don't think it's necessarily too big of a stage for him because he is used to playing on big stages. That's just like saying Deshaun Watson wasn't going to be able to play at the NFL level because there was a bigger stage. Like, I can't necessarily rock with that because Cam Newton has always played on the biggest stages throughout his whole life.
Yeah, and that's real. That's real. But,
and I know your argument gonna be with the defense. I know your argument is the defense was great. I mean, Cam Newton faced Seattle Seahawks twice, 3 times. I think he faced them 3 times that year. By far, one of the greatest defenses ever. So I don't know. I really don't know if the Broncos defense was just that much better than the Seattle Seahawks. And then we always see how the players were getting late hits on Cam Newton and all that stuff. Like, why we not throwing the play? I know we talked about that before because Cam Newton fit a different description from the typical quarterback, but a foul is a foul. So that lets me. And then you throw in the fact that was Peyton Manning's last game ever. It just the scenario, the storyline just wouldn't add up to let Peyton Manning lose his last game on the biggest stage.
I do think you mixing up some things though, so I'm not sure how many times they was really just late hitting in the Super Bowl. I mean, now I know the next season, whenever they was playing and just throughout the season, Cam get a lot of hits. In the Super Bowl, I mean, it might not have been too big of a stage for Cam Newton. But again, when you got the O-linemen that can't block DeMarcus Ware and, other dudes, on the other side, the Broncos had the top defense all year long. Nobody did nothing on the Broncos. So it's not like, granted, the Panthers had a great offensive year that year, but it's not like the Broncos weren't doing that to everybody they faced. And like Cam might have been ready for the moment, but it don't matter if DeMarcus Ware is coming, he got to run or, their interior linemen, or when they try to run the ball, they can't do anything. So, I mean, so again, that's when we talking about it being rigged. There's so many in football, like the ultimate team sport, there's so many pieces that have to go right. One bad block or one dude that's nervous the whole time because, man, I'm a rookie and I'm blocking DeMarcus Ware, in the Super Bowl, and then he whiffs on every block. What can Cam do at that point?
Okay. Well, since we talking about last games, let's go to the NBA. And I know you said maybe it's a little bit harder in football, but the NBA, Kobe Bryant went off in his very last game. He magically went off his very last game for what was it, like 60 points or something like that?
Yeah, I think he went off for about 60 in his last game.
In his last game against the same team that he played like a couple of days before that shut him down. And Kobe had not been putting up numbers pretty much the entire year. So how likely is it that he go off his very last game?
I think it's very likely because first of all, it happened. Then when you look at it, you knew the dude's last game, Kobe's a shooter. Kobe was going to shoot the ball. Now, to me, that was just like a magical moment at the end because I know you're the one that says, oh, well, they weren't playing no defense. They weren't trying. Maybe not early, but when Kobe went off at the end of the game, and I think they came back and won the game, there was good defense on Kobe like that the whole end of the fourth quarter. I'm not going to act like, every part of the game they was just playing all tight or whatever. But you can't say, oh, they shut Kobe down, earlier in the season. Because, I mean, we see right now James Harden had 12 points in game 2 after he went off for 44 in the first game. So what do that mean? I mean, sometimes you have a good shooting night, sometimes you be off. I mean, you change your game plan, you do whatever you got to do to score. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
But you just said that you just said that you not saying that they weren't playing tight defense in the first quarters.
I'm saying because I can't think of the whole game like that, but I remember when we had the conversation before and we was talking about when he was going off in the fourth quarter. That's what I remember, and I just remember us having a conversation about it before. And they was playing good defense on him. So I'm just saying I don't know about the rest of the game. At this moment I'm just speaking about let's say the second half of the fourth quarter, where I mean he had pretty good defense on him.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, I'm looking at the overall picture. He had 60 points. He didn't score all 60 in the last couple of minutes. I'm saying that maybe the other 40 points came when they weren't playing defense on him. So that's my point. Like, no matter how we got to 60, we got to 60. Whether they were playing tight, they weren't really playing him or not, we still got him to 60. So it made it for just a historic moment.
Yeah.
Like maybe they were playing tight defense on him in the fourth quarter, but they allowed him to score 40 points. Like it's a big difference between scoring 20 hard points in the last few minutes of the game versus having 60 at the end of the game when 3 of them quarters they let you skate by. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I get that. And if he was making 30 points in layups, all right. But at the same time, you still got to make the shot. And don't be like, oh, he was open. I seen that nigga open a lot. I see a lot of NBA professional players open a lot, and they miss shots. So he still had to make the shot. So, I mean, I still give him credit for that. In the fourth quarter, I would have to rewatch the game to really know the breakdown a little bit better, though.
But how many times have you seen Kobe miss a wide open shot? Not too many.
I mean, a lot. He missed
right.
A lot of shots. Yeah, he missed
wide
a lot
open.
Of shots, man.
Wide open.
Yeah.
I ain't talking. No, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, he shoot a lot. He gonna miss a lot.
you got the mama venom. You got the mama venom in you because you still got it in you. How long you been retired?
Who?
You already got it. What you mean you gonna put one together? You been riding here.
Put a montage together. This nigga just shot. So you like,
man, you been riding Kobe's jock for the longest. You talking about put one together. You already got a collection of tributes to him.
Nah, I ain't got no tribute, man. Do no video tribute. And
yeah, you did. You sent man. Yeah, you did. You sent it to my Facebook Messenger. Stop lying.
I'm pretty sure if I sent it, you still got it with a screenshot. So I ain't worried. I'm not worried about that. But nah, Kobe's a good player, but everybody misses shots, So I'm not gonna act like, oh, just 'cause he Kobe. Who the best shooter now? I seen KD miss shots, open shots,
wide open shots though.
Yeah. Man. You say every time KD wide open, he always make it.
I'm saying 10 out of 10 times, if he wide open, he gonna make 7 or 8 of them. That's what I'm saying.
That means he missed 2 or 3 of them.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like it's.
Okay.
I'm saying
so he misses open shots, nigga. And
I'm saying if they were leaving Kobe open, he would wetting them up. He would drain them. If they leaving Kobe open, he was gonna wet them up. That's what I'm saying.
Again, I mean, we can rewatch the game and talk and break down every possession, and we can do a plus for this was given to him or a minus or whatever. But I mean, Kobe, I just feel like in that game for whatever reason, I don't know, that nigga did something to you back in your other life or something. But you could be hating on that dude. He had a great game. Okay, some of them might have been gimme baskets, where he got past them, they didn't want to hurt him or whatever shit, so they let him go. I don't know. I'm just saying. So he got a couple of gimme baskets, and now you like, oh man, that nigga ain't earned none of his 60. That's how you acting.
Yeah, you right. You damn right. Yeah. But I tell you what we about to do.
Let the nigga retire in peace, man.
You know what? He can retire in peace, and I tell you what we about to do. We about to retire this conversation because we on to the next. So, hey, so man, look, man, what's your this a real dude question right here. What are your thoughts on makeup? Women in makeup. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't think black women need it. More times than not, I think a lot of black women wear makeup that don't need it. It ultimately is gonna mess up your skin, whatever. Now, I'm not gonna say that for every other ethnicity out there, but for the black women, yeah, I don't think they need it. But a lot of times when I've brought up that sort of argument to a woman or that kind of discussion to a woman, the biggest thing I hear is they wear makeup because we make them wear makeup. We being men.
What?
Because that's
well, let me hear more of this.
Yeah, because that's what we expect. I mean, when you talk about the women that's trying to get a man or trying to get a dude or trying to get looked at or whatever, you know how dudes have their
expectations or whatever.
Expectations, yeah. So same thing if you want to talk about women that have straight hair or long hair or wearing heels or doing whatever. Like guys, their argument is that guys will look at those females more or look at them. They get the preference, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I think in that sense, I think there's a lot of times where, and dudes do it too, so I'm not making it one-sided. Dudes do things that they think girls like, and I think in this sense, girls are doing things that they think the guys are going to like. So that's the argument that I hear from the other side of it.
Huh. I never heard that, honestly.
Yeah. Right.
But my personal opinion is, no matter what race, I don't think you should wear makeup because anybody can look good with makeup. That's my thing. Anybody can look good with makeup. Oprah Winfrey looked beautiful with makeup, but she take it off. You like, okay, well, did somebody else jump in this room? Like, who are you? And where is the person that I was with? Like, these girls, these women, they literally transform into a whole entire different person. And I think a lot of women I think that's misleading because you say a dude is shallow because he likes a girl that looks like how you look with makeup on, but that's his preference. Just like it may be a woman's preference for a dude that's, let's say, 6 feet. Now, what if I walked around and had some shoes and, some pants on and some shoes that made me look like 6 feet, and then I take them off and you realize I'm really like 5'8"? Like, okay, well, what's the difference between me doing that and you wearing makeup?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my preference in what type of woman I like. Like, no matter what it is, and it's not okay for you to sit up there and lie to me and make me think that you look this way when you really don't at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, from that perspective, yeah, I completely agree. And I say that all the time. I mean, for somebody to be quick to judge somebody because, like a dude, but you got on all this makeup, but you got the audacity to call this dude ugly. Like,
right.
Because he ain't doing all this that you doing. He's just being himself or being natural. But you got on all this extra stuff. And it killed me when, when people kind of like idolize to a degree. Oh, man, she's so beautiful. She's so fine. Well, you ain't never seen this person when they not on TV. When they on TV, they going to look like this. But what do they really look like?
Exactly.
So, yeah, with that being said, I completely agree.
And I mean, like you said, man, it cakes up the skin. It creates pimples and all kinds of acne and take forever to take off. And then you got to worry about it. Like, say you got to, I mean, I'm not judging, but this is my personal preference. Say you got a girl who wear makeup. Like, if she don't have the good shit, you got to worry about it getting all over your clothes. Like, y'all can't really chill because she got on her makeup. Like, I think you doing too much. Like, just be yourself and let the person who likes you for yourself find you instead of trying to dress up and become somebody else.
I agree. I mean, I can't even really add too much more to that. Again, I think it's just the times, or I don't want to say it like that, but I mean, it's just how we live now. I mean, it's kind of you trying to fit in, or you trying to, like, impress somebody else, and that is I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, when you put on makeup, it is going to enhance. You know, when you do certain things, whether you putting in weave or you putting it, like some of that stuff is going to enhance you. So I mean, yeah, I would be lying if I said you wouldn't look better with it. But because of that, people feel like I gotta try to maximize my, you know what I mean, my looks or whatever instead of just being yourself. Even dudes that be on TV be having on makeup. You know, like even the sports analysts, you know, they over there powdering, you know, stuff like they trying to maximize their appearance. But for me, I don't think it's always necessary.
Yeah, man, that's one thing that I personally I don't care for whatsoever. Like, it's one thing to have on, you know, some chapstick and lip gloss, but even the fake eyelashes, to me, like, I cannot stand that. I can't stand it, man. I just like natural. Like, let me see you for who you truly are, and let me then you'll know if I really like you or not, because I don't feel like I'm involved with somebody who I don't really know. Yeah,
that's real, and that's one your first date with a woman, man. You supposed to take them swimming. That's what I always heard. You know, you take them swimming, and you do that thing that you do when you're young, and you say, "All right, let's see who can hold their breath on the water the longest." And you ain't got to be on them that long. And then you go down and you come back up, and shit, we're going to see if you won or if she won. Shit, if all that stuff just off, I'm like, oh, you got it.
Oh, man, boy, you wild. You straight wild, boy. But look, man, let's go ahead and go to the next topic. All right, so this one is like near and dear and personal for me. And the question is, well, before I state the question, I'm going to throw out some statements or facts. It is typically it's like a sexual type thing that people say men cheat, but they also forget the fact that women cheat too. But in a lot of dudes that I know, situation is they were at one time the good guy. We know how the saying goes, good guys always finish last. They were the good guy. They got involved with a girl who treated them wrong, and they end up becoming bad guys. But the dude who once was the good guy got stuck with the rap of being a bad guy. But it was a result of them not being in a relationship where the other person appreciated what they had in the good guy. So why is it that society labels guys as cheaters and no good, but in a lot of situations, I'm not saying all, but in a lot of situations, there are guys who are doing right by the girl, but they not really rocking with that dude because they want the bad guy. So the good guys start emulating or imitating what they see in the bad guy. You feel me?
Yeah. You got to do whatever's winning, right?
Right.
So if they winning, then I mean, yeah, do as they do, get winning in the end.
So why do you think that's the case, man? Like, what is it about good guys never really being fully appreciated early on?
You know, all right. So for the folks that listen to this, for the females that listen to this, what they gonna say is that ain't true, that ain't real. I just want a good guy, you know, whatever. But
and you know what? That might be true now in the latter stages of life. You feel me?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, coming up now, I don't be like that. But then later, it's kind of like you said, you get a little bit older or whatever, and you like, man, I ain't about that fast life. I just want this dude that's gonna be like X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Yeah, but you probably already done passed up on all your good dudes that would come through for you. You know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't want. I gotta watch how I answer this.
No, we ain't doing that. We put it all out there. No, this a buffet. No, this ain't Burger King. This is a buffet. This go to Corral. You put it all out there because I'm doing it too. Forget that. Yeah. We keeping it real because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you have been the good guy, at one point, I know I have.
Uh-huh.
I was a good guy, and I got served. You know what I'm saying? So put it out there. We always get the rap of being bad. So let's reverse the role. Let's put it back on. Let's tell the truth for 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think the stage of life that you're in, like we kind of agreed. I mean, we think that is when you at a younger, for females, you know, they at a younger point. And then, yeah, so when we good guys in our early 20s, man, you don't stand no damn chance, man. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at that point it's all about having fun, trying to, you know, at that point, you know, it's kind of like, I mean, even with guys too, I mean, at that point you're thinking about different things in life. You're not really thinking about the whole, or you may not be thinking about the whole settling down, the thinking of, you know, kids and family. You really just thinking about, man, I'm trying to have a good time. And he's a good dude, but this dude get into all the clubs for free, or you know, get us up to the front. Dude got money, so he just
he get in trouble,
making it rain.
Right.
That means he down. He down, man. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. He down, man. He got my back. You know, good guys don't have that, I guess. I think that's what it is. It's kind of like a generational thing. When you hit those certain ages, you just I mean, your preferences change. I mean, same with what we just want to do, like what we find entertaining. Again, what I did in my early 20s ain't as entertaining to me now. You know, I can do something else, you know, completely different and have a good time. It's really more about the people, not the places that I'm at. So I just think it's one of those things that just kind of changes over time. I mean, for us guys, yeah, it sucks being the good guy because, you know, good guys never win. It's the phrase. And then you get older, and then they want to look at you sideways when you be like, yeah, you good guys never win. Huh? Nah, you was the same girl when I was a good guy. You weren't trying to have nothing to do with me. Now you want a good guy because you $30 and you're trying to get yourself settled.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't work like that, man. Like, no, don't come back around and think you gonna get on this ride now when back in the day I was considered lame because I was a good dude. Now I'm that same, I'm still, you know, I may have had a few bumps along the road, but I'm still that same good guy who is successful, whereas the dude who you were trying to be with ain't really doing anything. Why should I give you a chance now? Like, they say you only have one chance to make a first impression, so what have you done? What did you do to make me to deserve another chance?
Yeah. And probably nothing. Nothing really. It's just that, I'm at that point now, and this guy, he's, you know, doing whatever he's doing now, or he ain't really doing nothing. And man, I need somebody good to, you know, be around my kids, or I need somebody good to raise a family with or start a family with, you know. and it comes to that point to where, yeah, you can come on top. I mean, it's the same thing that when you think about the smart kids in school, like when you're talking about, you know, like middle school, high school. I mean, it's the same thing. I was that smart kid in school, you know, so it's like, it's just one perception when you're in school, then you get out and, you know, those things start to work for you a little bit, and then it's a whole 360.
Right.
Or 180 rather, yeah. But I totally agree, man.
And for me, like, that being involved in that situation almost like messed up my good thing, because I was in this situation, you know, I was young, but I don't know if it was love, but I really, really liked this girl, and like she dogged me out, man. Like, and what was so bad about it, like, of course I'm the good guy, naive, just head all up her ass, like for real, and everybody knew that she was doing me wrong, man, like, except for me. Like, and when I really look at it,
I know, or you didn't want to believe it.
Exactly, like, I was in denial of it. I knew, like, man, when I tell you but she it's so bad all I can do is laugh about it, dog.
Dang.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna go past it. But just make a long.
Because you saying that was because you was a good guy?
I think so. And the dude that she was talking to was older. I mean, I guess in hindsight, he had a lot more perks than I had to offer. I was like in 10th grade, didn't have my license yet. He a senior. He got his license. He was known as a bad guy. You know, he used to get in fight. He was just known as a little tough guy. Gotcha. I guess she was getting points for rocking with him like that. But, you know, where is he now? What is he doing now? Mm-hmm. I'm not upset about how it turned out. I think I'm blessed of how it turned out. But, you know, still the question is, where is he now and where am I now in life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to be one of those ones that peaked in high school, peaked too early.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And, like, as a result of going through that situation, back to the topic, I think a lot of women forget that it's a lot of dudes that have been in a situation like that I just told about. And we know that women deal with pain, and I'm not saying it's right, but we know that women deal with pain and emotions a lot better with guys, simply because, you know, we think with two different sides of our brains. So women are able to adapt to emotional situations way better than men. So it's kind of like once a dude get hurt, it's like, for a dude, it's like the end of the world. Like, you done kind of messed it up for everybody. And when I went through that situation with her, I let that, at one point in my life, I let that blind me, and I was kind of in the mindset where I ain't gonna never let that happen again. I almost messed up my blessing, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, aside from putting it out there that not only do dudes cheat, but women cheat too, but I'm also saying that a lot of times those guys who are typically known as dogs now were once good guys. Is what I'm trying to point out, because it's so easy to say that dudes are dogs and no good and all this other negative stuff, but they tend to forget that at one point that dude was a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, I ain't mean to go on a rant, but, you know, I said that was a personal one for me. So.
You got some tissue over there?
Man, no, I don't need some tissue. I need a punching bag, dog. It's deeper than I need a punching bag right now, man.
I see you toughen it up, man. Make it tough. Get a man a punching bag.
All right, man. So let me throw out the next one for you.
Yeah.
Why in society do we feel that rappers have to write their own rhymes? And where I'm coming from with that one is, we have your girl Cardi B right now. She hot. Mm-hmm. She at the top of a lot of dudes' lists right now. She doing her thing. But one of the some of the backlash that she receiving is that she don't write her own rhymes. Who cares? You know, my thing is, none of these a lot of these actors and actresses don't write their own strips. A lot of these basketball players don't draw up their own plays. So why do these rappers gotta write their own rhymes? Like, it's all about the delivery, right? So why do they have to write their own rhymes?
I can see both sides of it. Especially, it depends on what kind of rapper you are, what you're saying in your raps, man. Like, I mean, I think a lot of people, I mean, even comparing it to singing, I think it's alright that Beyonce don't write her song, or singers, period. You know what I'm saying? Don't write their songs. They haven't been singing. I think that's cool. But when you talk about rappers who, for the most part, the persona is, you know, they kind of telling a story about their life or pointing at, you know, they're telling their story. But you got somebody else writing, you know, I got you writing my bibliography. Like, who gonna write it better than me about me? So, I just think a lot of times when you putting up that, you know, the front to being something, and I'm not talking specifically about her, but just in general. You put up a kind of a facade about who you are, what you're doing, then later on it comes out, man, you didn't even write that. How you over here trying to be all tough like you did this and that, or you lived this and that, but you didn't even write any of that. It makes you seem, I think, less authentic. I do agree with you. It is about the delivery. I mean, even with Drake, I mean, when he performed like the way he is, I mean, he put on the show. So whether he write his stuff or got a ghostwriter or whatever, I mean, he still performs and it sounds good when he do it. But I think I think the authenticity is what comes into question.
So what's the difference in artists rapping, singing a song? That's like a play, right? Because I mean, whether it's about them or not, it's still like a play, just as the same as you would be talking about actor. They're performing a play. It's not about them. I guess what you're saying is because we know that it's not about the artist, the performer, that we give them a pass. But I think it's on the audience to automatically think that the rapper is rapping about themselves and thinking, okay, this is supposed to be about them. But we find out that they didn't even write it, and we label them as being fake or not real.
Pretty much. I think that's.
But I don't think that's fair. But that's not fair because like you said, all of it is an act or play. Like we're in character, no matter if the character is me or somebody who I'm seeing. Now I get it. I don't know. I don't want to play both sides of the fence because you can have a rapper like Tupac who, we found out that this man was like one of the smartest guys ever. He went to acting school and all this stuff.
Yeah. But
he presented himself as a thug, like he had been in all kinds of trouble and all this other stuff when that wasn't really him. So me personally, I think it's okay for somebody else to write their rhymes, and no matter what the message is that they're delivering it, if you aren't trying to perceive yourself as that outside of your job, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can get down with that. So I mean, even with Tupac, I mean, you can be smart but still be in the streets, kind of. So, again, so I'm not going to say like things he was rapping about or how he was rapping wasn't really him or how he may have came up. I mean, granted, he had some other stuff that he didn't really show, but again, the stuff that he did show, it doesn't mean that it wasn't real. But don't be going rapping about oh yeah, I dropped out of high school. Nigga, you got like 3 degrees, bro.
You had a 4.0, like you was top of your class.
Yeah, and I think when you get to that point of it, I mean, I think when you're doing a bit much. I mean, when you're just talking about, just like lyricists or people that are kind of having good ad libs or whatever like that, but they ain't writing them. I mean, it's not like they. I think that's a little bit different opposed to people that's really portraying, kind of like you say, you're portraying a role that you're really not living. You telling somebody else's story, but you delivering it. Yeah, I grew up in the streets. No, you didn't. You grew up in, saying like Malibu or
in
whatever.
The mansion. In Bel Air.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I can appreciate those. I can appreciate those rappers that, I mean, they can keep it real, even though it's not like the popular opinion of a rapper, or it's not the overall persona of what a rapper is. I mean, people perceive a rapper to be kind of hood, kind of thuggish, kind of whatever. But J. Cole, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite rappers, of course, listening to his new album. But I mean, when he could just rap about stuff that, I mean, yeah, it ain't gonna be popular opinion. It ain't gonna be like, selling dope, selling this or whatever. I mean, he just rap about, him going to school and, doing stuff like that, trying to do better things, and he can sell off of that. I mean, be yourself with it. That's all I gotta ask really about it. If you're gonna rap about your stuff, just be real with it. Don't try to put on the front, knowing that people are looking at you, and a lot of times trying to reflect, thinking that people in the streets, no, they ain't in them streets doing nothing. But then you go out there and try to be in the streets doing all that stuff and shit. Your ass getting locked up.
Right. Yeah, man. Like I just felt like they were really disrespecting Cardi B because they saying that she don't write her own rhymes. Well, not only does she not do it? She admitted that she doesn't. So what's the argument? Like, leave her alone. Let her be. She's still banging out. Like, I'm still bumping her. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think Cardi right now, she's doing her thing. And, of course, anytime you're on top, I mean, people kind of got to bring you back down. That's how you get up, is by bringing other people down, not by working harder to get yourself up there. She definitely doing her thing, though. So I can't even front on her, and I'm not fronting on her at all. But yeah, I think just with her, it's just kind of that hater mentality, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to bust the bubble of those people who saying stuff like that about her, name me one rapper that has written every piece of their music. I don't think you'll find one. You know what I mean? So, like, she in the same pot with everybody else. Leave her alone.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Nothing different about her, really.
All right, my boy. Well, shoot, man. I think we can come to an end, because like we had 45 minutes now. We don't want people to be like, I wish these dudes would shut up. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, these dudes talking about, man. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I mean, you know, it's been a while since we had our last show, so you know, we just
right. So we can ramble now. We can ramble if we needed to. We ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, real quick before we get off, man. What's your predictions for the weather next week? Hot or cold?
The weather? That's a good one,
Winter or summer? Hey, I don't know.
What day of the week we talking about? Tuesday it might be cold. Wednesday's gonna be in the 90s. We gonna see.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, boy. Golly, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna be out though, man. But y'all be ready to check us, man. NFL draft coming up this Thursday, so just be sure to tune in, man. We might have a little surprise for y'all come Thursday, Friday. So just stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir. Well, man, as always, we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, listening to another episode of Everyday Talk with BCole and ARice, and we out this thing. Peace.
We out. Peace.
All I ever wanted was to hit them bitches, holler back, get some money plus respect, and now look, I got all of that. All I want to do is see my granny on the other side. All I want to do is kill the man.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.